What's going on, people? It's that Blue Abarth here, and welcome back to the channel and another video, and actually the second video of the day. That's right, people, it's a double upload. You probably would have seen the first video already, though it depends on whether this has gone out with that video, because I did say in the first one that either they're going to be uploaded at the same time or one and then the other, but hey, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, so this is the second video of today, and well, I've actually got some news to tell you all. Some very exciting news as well. Something that, well, let's face it, was going to happen sooner or later. And that is the Abarth 500e going from electric to petrol or hybrid. And that's right, guys, it's happening. The Abarth 500e is being converted from a Lecky to a pure petrol or hybrid monster. And well, we're going to get into this today, chat about everything that you guys need to know. And well, how about we get started? Now, this is pretty awesome news and very unexpected news too. I did not think this would be happening at all. I mean, this just came out of the blue and I was like, whoa, no way. I've got to make a video about this because this is crazy. Now, we've got to start off with what the Abarth 500e actually is, because hey, we need to know what the base is before it gets changed. And well, the Abarth 500e is Abarth's first attempt at making an electric hot hatch. And well, let me tell you, it hasn't done very well. Abarth was sort of forced to make this decision, really, and there is a few reasons into why they're doing this, but we'll get to that later on in the video. For now, all you got to know is that not many were sold for those particular reasons that I will talk about. But yeah, didn't go well for the 500e at all. Now, the Fiat 500es did pretty well. There's quite a lot of them on the road, and people are quite happy with them. But the Abarth, yeah, not great. Now, the Abarth 500e has been out for a few months, and this decision is now being put into play, and we're now going to see potentially another petrol Abarth, which is crazy, insane, and pretty awesome, because I didn't think we were getting any more petrol Abarths. I thought the 75th anniversary edition was going to be the last of them, and I did actually make a video on that car, if you'd like to see it. Thumbnail will be in the top corner, so you can find a list of videos. Very nice car indeed, and quite a nice addition to the anniversary lineup. But yeah, I thought that was it. And then it would be electric Abarths for the rest of time. But thankfully, Abarth have proved me wrong, and I'm glad about that, because now we're getting one more petrol turbo monster machine. And well, we don't know when we're going to be getting this. It could be this year, next year, the year after that. We're not entirely sure. But all we do know is that it's either going to be petrol with an engine or it's going to be hybrid. Either way, it's going to be great. The hybrid would be pretty interesting because we've never had a hybrid Abarth. So that would be a pretty intriguing option to go with. But first of all, let's start with the petrol side of things and chat about what could happen to the Abarth 500e. Now, if it's going to get an engine, it will probably get the iconic, the awesome, the Fandabby Doozy 1.4 turbo. The one we all know and love, and the one that puts a big smile on our Abarthisti faces. So, if they went with that, that would be a decent shout. It's the one that's been in all of the Abarth 500s and 595s, so that would be great to get that once again. And we could get 180 brake and a Garrett turbo, or 165 and a Garrett. We don't really know. No official and confirmed specifications and information has been released yet. We just know that it will be one of the two. Now, me and the legend himself, my dad, were chatting about this. They could do something pretty wild, and this may not happen, but be pretty sick if it did. They could up the engine to a 1.6 turbo. Now, like I said, this may not happen at all, and it'll be a pretty crazy thing to do. But think about this, guys. This would be the fastest Abarth to date. No Abarth has ever had anything more than a 1.4. So putting that in, it means we could push a bit more power. Maybe 190, 200 plus, who knows? But it'd definitely be wild. We might get a new exhaust tone as well from a 1.6. So it'd be interesting if we got a bigger engine, but we'd have to see really. Though, if I had to predict it, it would be the 1.4 turbo, because it's a successful engine, it's solid, it's great, puts out a decent amount of power, and we love it. So, that's everything for the engine side of things, and it would be great if we did get an engine, but it would be also interesting if it had a hybrid system attached too. Now, we've had multiple Fiat 500 hybrids, but never an Abarth, so it'd be quite different to have a hybrid Abarth indeed. Now, I don't know whether they'd have to go to the drawing board and work this out, try and make it happen, or if they could just do it and it would be a similar outcome to the Fiat 500 hybrids, where it would just work. But hybrids, they can be pretty decent, I must admit. They have a few benefits, such as economical benefits and performance ones too. So you can get a bit more range off of a hybrid system, maybe 20 or 30 miles, but it saves you from using your petrol. So if you don't want to use all of it, you can switch to the hybrid and gain a bit of electric miles, which is very nice indeed. Saves you some money and petrol, but also provides a bit of boost to your engine too. So the motor will give you a bit more of a punch to your engine. Combine that with a Garrett and 180 brake, that would be quite promising indeed, I'll tell you that. And well, if we had that, it would be very, very interesting to see how it would work, especially in the Abarth, because these cars are quite springy. They're quite, accelerator happy. They'll just go. So having more boost added, we could be, well, onto a winner. We'd be onto something that would be really, really fast and faster than previous Abarths. But it depends if they go with performance specs for the hybrid motor or if it would just be there for purely economy. We'd have to see. But either way, we'd be getting an engine. And hey, at the end of the day, that's exactly what we want. And well, also at the end of the day, it's Abarth. They're the one that are calling the shots and making the decisions. So they're the ones who are going to decide on what this new version of the Abarth 500e would get. And hey, would it even be called the 500e? It might go to a brand new name, or it might go back to the 595. We don't know at all. But we will be getting those awesome look, still, style and design, and an engine. We'd also get an exhaust too, so we're getting the proper awesomeness, the proper noise from the car, which would be great, because that is one of the issues that people had with the 500e. No noise, or little bit of noise, but from a speaker attached to the back of the car, which I must admit, it's a unique way to deal with the problem of EVs making no noise. So I'll applaud them. Credit where it's due. They did try and tackle that problem, but people just weren't happy with it. Just like the Ioniq 5N that Hyundai have released, that's also got a speaker. People thought it was a bit naff. So it's not exactly something that people are happy with, even if companies do it. So if we've got an engine, that would mean we'd be getting an exhaust. Now, whether we get a standard exhaust, a Record Monza, Akrapovic, or something completely new, we have no idea, but it'd be great to hear the Abarth tone come out the back of the car, because it looks fantastic. The car, the style, the design, it looks really, really good, especially in acid green or poison blue, any of the colours now available for the 500Es. It looks immense. So combine that with an engine and some crazy noise, yes. Also, we'd be getting a manual or automatic gearbox. And well, we'd either get the 5-speed manual or the 6-speed auto. Now, it'd be nice to see a 6-speed manual, to be fair, because I've always wanted a 6-gear in the Abarth. It's just handy. It really, really is. Especially on the motorway, you're screaming at like 2,500 RPM, which isn't very nice, guys. So having a 6-gear would be very nice indeed, but it'd mean you'd get an extra gear to play around with, so that would be good too. Now, with the automatic gearbox, they'd have to go to the drawing board for this and rework it. Because as we all know, the automatic boxes, the MTAs, do have a few issues. And if you don't know about these issues and want to know ways on how to fix and maintain the box, then I suggest watching this video right here. I go over everything about the MTA and the automatics. I go over all the issues and gives you tips and tricks on how to fix and maintain them, so then you don't have to worry. And well, if you're thinking about buying an automatic Abarth, then that's the video to watch. And then you'll be all good. Worry-free motoring from then on. Now, whether they work on this box and make it better, that would be great. If not, then yeah, same tips and tricks would have to be applied to this new one. But I imagine it'll be all right, because hey, the automatic box are pretty good. I can't lie, they're quite quick and snappy, and they do go through the gears quite quickly. For around town, they're a bit weird. Sometimes they get a bit confused, but they're all right. Either way, we'd be getting a transmission in this car because, well, EVs don't have gears. They have one gear, which collided and kind of battled the speaker, really. Because when you had the sound on it, it'd be like, and it'd be a bit irritating after a while. So you could turn it off, but you want the noise on. I mean, you just would. So it was a little bit irritating and was something that needed to be dealt with. But when we get an exhaust system, number one, it's going to be great. And number two, I'm getting it on video. Believe me, people, once this new version comes out, I'm making a review. I just have to. A version 2 of this car is going to be awesome. So that is everything to do with what could happen to this car. It's now time to chat about what happened to it. Why is this going ahead? Why are Abarth doing this? Because there's got to be reasons, right? And oh yes, there is. So let's dive into it. Starting off with the main problem itself. The problem that, well, kind of caused the downfall for this car, and that's the price tag. Now, new cars are expensive. That's just how it is. But this one was ridiculous. So I don't know if you guys have seen it, but when this car was brand new, oh goodness, it was pricey. Now, let's play a guessing game. How much do you guys think this car cost when it was new? I'm hearing 30. I'm hearing 35. That'd be all right, wouldn't it? But no. Higher? 40? Higher? 45? No. Are you guys prepared for this? I don't think I am. It brings back nightmares talking about this. It haunts me. £50,000.
Bruh.
50,000 smackaroos, guys. That's how much it would have cost for a brand new Abarth 500e. And some people paid for that. Oh. But not many did. They were outraged by how expensive this car was. It's an electric Abarth, an electric hatchback for £50,000. I'm sorry, as much as I love Abarth and their cars, I would not pay that much for one because there's so many other cars you can buy for that price. C63s, whether it be the 213 or 204, Gen 1 R8s, Aston Martins, any other performance hot hatch. There's just so many options, guys. So you just wouldn't be buying this car. You could buy multiple Abarths, multiple Series 4s or Series 3s. There's just so many other options. So it's just too crazy. I don't know who at Abarth thought of that figure, but if they thought it was going to work, then the reality hit them for sure, because nobody bought one, or barely anyone did. That's why this decision is going ahead, to make it petrol or hybrid, because people will buy it then. It's absolutely insane. And well, that was one of the reasons. With it being electric, it was controversial. You have to buy a charger for your house and stuff like that and charge it on the go. People just weren't having it. And then paying that price tag on top of it, it would have just been, you know, looming over your head. It would have been like, oh, you've paid 50 grand for me, and now you've got to pay more for your charger and charging the car, and you're going to have charge anxiety. Woo!
Bruh.
So it was a little bit of a nightmare to purchase this car, especially at that price tag. But something happened, guys. The price. It was samurai sliced in half. Watching. I'm talking, it fell off a cliff. The depreciation was crazy. Jumped off the highest board in the swimming pool. It bombed. Not even bombed. It was a nuclear explosion. Boosh on the price, guys. Because now it's like £20,000 to £25,000. They are dirt cheap now for a brand new car. So that's more of a reasonable price. And you probably could purchase one now for it. But I would hold on to your money, people. Because if there's a brand new variant with an engine coming out soon, I would buy that instead, because then you're getting more for your money and you're getting a bit of proper Abarth goodness. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a bit ironic because Abarth was founded and was successful because they sold performance exhausts way back when. The company was, you know, doing well because they gave out and sold performance exhausts. Noise is the reason why Abarth is around. And well, now there's no noise in the EVs. So it's a bit ironic. But Abarths have been successful for many, many years. They're awesome things. They're like mini go-karts. They handle just fantastic. They remind me of Mark 1 Golf GTIs, and they're just fun. They're just awesome. But now we have an EV with a speaker and some little, you know, bits and bobs that people aren't happy with. They've kind of lost their mojo, and a lot of people agree with me on that. So I would wait until this new version arrives and then buy that instead, because I imagine it will probably be a sensible price of 25,000. Anything more than that gets a bit crazy. It shouldn't be 40 grand again, because hey, I think people will have enough by then. But yeah, that is one of the biggest problems that it had, the price. Next up is the range, because that, along with this new 600e Scorpionissima, it's been a bit controversial, because apparently the Abarth 500e would do 160 miles on a full charge, which still isn't that much, but people have said that the reality of it is they only get 140. Now, if you're someone who does long journeys, like to see family or go to work, you're going to have to do motorways or long roads with national speed limits. And if you're, you know, accelerating all the time, you're going to be using a lot of that battery. So you're going to see it go like quite quickly, which means you have to charge it and take time out your day to charge it. And you have to make sure the charge is right for your car, stuff like that. It's a bit of a hassle just to get somewhere. And well, if the petrol Abarth can do 240 to 300 on a full tank, it's kind of showing it up a bit. And well, you don't really get that much for the range. I mean, around town is fine, but you can't really go that far on a full charge. You kind of had to plan your journeys, which is crazy. You should just be able to hop in the car, start it, and off you go to your destination. But no, you've got to plan it now, which is insanity. So the range, people weren't happy with it. It was quite low, and that was another problem. And the last one was the speaker, emitting fake noise. And that was kind of it. That was all the main problems that led to the downfall and why we're getting a new variant. And it would be awesome to actually lift up the bonnet and see an engine in the engine bay, because it was quite confusing in the original review. Thumbnail will be there, by the way, if you want to see the original review of that car, because there was just a battery there. It looked like a power plant inside the bonnet. I couldn't even call it an engine bay because there was a battery there. Battery bay, I guess. But yeah, once it comes out, I can predict it will be very successful. People will love it, especially with the brand new looks, because the interior and the exterior were fantastic. 18-inch wheels, brand new design. Awesome. Fantastic interior. Lovely layout. A few original and classic nods to the proper original Fiat 500 and the Abarth. There was some little illustrations of Torino in the door cards. The seats had scorpions printed in with nice blue and green stitching. It was a lovely thing indeed. So combine that with an engine and a bit of noise, yeah, people will be happy, that's for sure. So that'll be it for now, guys. I really hope you enjoyed both videos today, double upload. See if I could do more of that in the future. But for now, that's everything. That's all the news on this very interesting and pretty awesome decision. I hope it goes ahead. I really do, because I'll be definitely doing a review on a brand new variant with an engine and taking it out to have a test drive. We just have to. It'd be rude not to. So we'll just have to wait for now, guys. If there's any more updates and actual proper information on this new variant, like the engine and stuff like that, what I'll have, I'll make another video. But that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you want any more content at all, anything, and see it as soon as it comes out, you guys know what to do. Hit that bell, like, comment, and subscribe, because it's always appreciated. But for now, I'll see you in the future, guys. Have a good one.